What up? It's your boy Greg Garvey with Yahoo Sports with the legend Rob Gronkowski. Rob, how we doing, man?
Yo, Greg, what's up, my boy? How you doing, my man? Great to see you, player.
Let's jump right into it, my man. Patrick Mahomes is back in the Super Bowl. Do you think he can catch up to your boy Tom Brady as far as in rings?
I mean, if anyone's going to do it, Patrick Mahomes is the best shot at doing it. I mean, he already has 3 Super Bowl rings in his first 7 years or however long he's been playing, which is basically the same rate that Tom Brady was on as well with Super Bowl rings. So if Patrick Mahomes can play another decade or so and continue the success and have, head coach Andy Reid stay in the game as well to help him get there, he's the only one that truly has a shot.
Yeah, man, he's been incredible. He's been absolutely incredible. You're a part of a team where people started to get sick of seeing you all in the Super Bowl. Now being on this side, do you feel that way about the Chiefs, or are you excited for them potentially to three-peat?
Well, kind of both, my man. I understand, when fans outside of Patriot Nation you're kind of getting irritated because we were always in the Super Bowl. We were always in contention of winning the Super Bowl, and their teams weren't even making the playoffs. And they're like, oh my gosh, can we please get another team in there? And now that's what's going down with the Kansas City Chiefs. But as a guy that's been in that situation, I know all the hard work and dedication and time and loyalty to your teammates and organization that it takes to get to all those championships and do it year after year after year. So it's nothing short of amazing what the Kansas City Chiefs and their whole entire organization are doing. They have created a dynasty over the last decade, and it's continuing, and it looks like it's not going to stop. So you got to appreciate that, especially when you've been in that position before, because you know how much work goes into it, and I know that they're putting that work in. It's not like they're just waking up and strolling out of bed and it's becoming easy. No, you got to go through the tough times. You got to grind it out, and that's what they're doing. So I got to tip my hat to them. And as football fans, I understand, they want to see their team in the Super Bowl. They don't want to see the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year. So I understand on both ends, my man.
Hey, facts. Let's move into this next question. There were some key drops in big moments over the last few games. Is there one drop, pass, or bad play that you had that you wish you can get back?
I mean, a good thing that I never dropped a pass in a crucial situation or a game-defining moment or to end the season with the season on the line. I've actually came through in all those opportunities. And I would say that's because I wanted it. The focus was there. I was watching the ball go in my hands. I was feeling the ball out to make sure it was getting tucked and wasn't going to get knocked loose out of my hands. I wanted it, more than more than the defenders that I was going against. And that's what it takes in order to win the championship games, is that you got to make championship plays at championship moments. And the other teams like the Buffalo Bills, they didn't do that. They didn't want it more than the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's why they didn't move on. I would say my rookie year, I fumbled going into the end zone versus the Cleveland Browns. And I'm going into the end zone, and then they recovered, and that we lost the game by a touchdown or so, and that was one of the game-defining moments. That one stuck with me forever, to tuck that ball and to know to tuck it and not let any defenders hit that out. So I always held that ball tight to my body ever since that play.
Come on, man. We live and we learn.
Exactly, man. You live and learn. You got to want it more than the other team in order to beat them. The situations can be presented. The easy plays can be presented to you. But if you don't want it, you're not going to be able to get the job done. And the Kansas City Chiefs, I feel like, just want it more than all these other teams in the AFC so far.
Absolutely. Now we got to talk Bill Belichick. Going to UNC, knowing his coaching style. How do you think he's going to do with those young bucks?
I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to develop a lot of guys, and they're going to be NFL ready, and they're going to be starting as rookies in the NFL, because Coach Belichick is going to develop them to be NFL ready to go players. And the scheme that he's going to bring to the table as well is going to translate into the NFL as well, because obviously Coach Belichick is going to be using NFL offenses, NFL defensive schemes, and special team schemes as well that relate to the NFL and all that good stuff. So these players are going to be ready. They're going to be sharp. He's going to coach them up, no doubt about it. And they're going to be ready for life even after football if they don't make it to the NFL.
Now I got to ask this, Gronk. Would you have wanted to play in college under Bill Belichick, knowing his coaching style?
If that means win championships, I'm all for it. Look at Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. They were on that dynasty in college, winning championships all over the place. So I need that kind of resume too. I like kind of, someone on top of me to keep me in line and to keep me motivated, which is what Coach Belichick does. So, yeah, I would have appreciated that in college. I would have played for him. And if there was going to be championships with it as well.
Now, Gronk, can you give us your best Bill Belichick recruiting impression?
I mean, you want to be NFL ready? Well, then come to us. If you don't want to be ready for the NFL, well, then go to North Carolina State. Just do what you got to
do. Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny. All right, let's move on. Do you think Tom Brady will move into a coaching role with the Raiders at some point? Did he drop any hints to you about Pete Carroll?
No, I haven't talked to him about his hire with Pete Carroll, but I don't think Tom Brady will be having a coaching role in the future. I think he's doing such a great job as an analyst, and he keeps improving every single week, week in and week out, and he's striving for greatness as well in that category as a Fox analyst. And on top of it, he owns the team. You don't need a coach if you own the team. You can just give some tips and some pointers, but you don't need to go out there and coach as well. And he's just doing a great job so far, I would say, as a Las Vegas Raiders owner. I mean, he just hired Pete Carroll, which I think was a great hire, a lot of experience, ready to go, get the team ready for a quick turnaround, and also what he's doing with Fox too. It's great to be his teammate again on the Fox side.
Nah, facts. He is doing this thing over there at Fox. But I heard a story, Gronk. Heard some fans were Venmoing you for helping them win their fantasy leagues. I got a couple questions. How did they get your Venmo, and what did you do with the money?
Yes, it's happened a couple times, and I'm sure that they were just taking chances at if it was my Venmo account or not, because I get requests on a daily basis, but I kind of have a low-key profile, the Venmo account, and there's probably a lot of fake ones as well, because mine's really not, really verified or anything. It's kind of like a low-key one. And on top of it, I don't really keep much money in it as well, just in case if it gets hacked or something, because I'm sure it's a target. But people were just taking guesses. And I'm sure there's another Venmo account out there that's fake that has my name on it. And they were probably getting sent plenty of money as well when I was making big catches and scoring touchdowns and helping people win their fantasy league.
Hey, man. Shout out to my man, Grunk, man. You a legend in my book, my boy. But I got last question. You're headed down to New Orleans with your wingman, Drew Brees, for the Bounty Wingman campaign. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, this is my third year as being the Bounty man, and this year I got Drew Brees as my wingman because I'm going to New Orleans, and Drew Brees is the mayor of New Orleans. He's won a Super Bowl there. He played basically his whole entire career in New Orleans, so he knows all the ins and outs. And Drew and I are ready to chow down on some wings and tackle any messes with Bounty that we create, baby. We're going to be ready to go. And when you're eating buffalo wings, I'm from Buffalo, so I kind of want him to bring me to a restaurant that serves buffalo wings as well, because I love to try out all the wings outside of Buffalo to compare them to Buffalo, because I believe Buffalo has the best wings, obviously, because that's where wings were created. So I got Drew Brees to bring me around and go find some buffalo wings. And obviously, it's going to be a mess. When aren't eating buffalo wings a mess? So Bounty, quicker picker up or paper towels, comes in and just cleans us right on up. And you can't have football without wings either. And you can't have wings without Bounty, my man.